And a very good evening to you. Welcome to the Non-League Social. It's 8:30. Of course, it's Monday, the 11th of August. And of course, I've got four guests with me this evening. We've got Mr. Jones, we've got Chris, and we've got Steve with us today. Evening, gents. How are we all? Look at that.
Good. Hang on, I can't see myself. There we go.
Technical additions. Yeah, I think it was just used to play it up on me, I think. Yes, I think so. We were going to have Mr. Ruben Lane, but unfortunately, connection problems have will resolve itself later on. So I'll try and get Ruben on shortly. Gents, how are we been? All good?
Yeah, not too bad.
Yeah, all good. Thank you. Good. Obviously, season started off for us on Friday night, so all underway.
Of course, especially from yourselves, Christian and Steve. You're from Brentwood Town. Of course, DJ, were you at a game on Saturday?
Yeah, of course I was. I was at Great Yarmouth versus Soundtown Rangers. Finally a win.
Finally a win. Oh wow, yeah. That's good.
So that's nice to hear. So yeah.
And a first comment from Gary. Evening up the Wanderers, of course. Yes, I know why Gary is here. We've got a very special guest for him. We've got Michael Bryce, the Ipswich Wanderers manager. He will be on in about 15 minutes' time. So keep your eyes peeled there. We've also got Gameday Taylor. He's actually at Redbridge versus Grays Athletic tonight. So I'm not sure what the score is at the moment. I think it was 1-0 to... Hang on. At Grays, I believe.
I will have a look for you.
No, don't have a look. I know it. No, Redbridge have taken the lead at 1-0 in that game. So hopefully we can get this the game day on shortly. But Steve, of course, another Ipswich Wanderers fan as well. But hope everyone's doing well this evening. Shall we start with yourself, Steve and Chris? Brentwood Town, Friday night. First game of the season. How was that for you, gents?
Yeah, well, you know what I'll do? Let me introduce, because people who've never met Chris before, so I think it would be quite nice. People listen to my dulcet tones go on a few times now, so it's nice to bring on somebody else. And we have, obviously, we have a few budding people actually that like to do a bit of the videoing of games and do the reporting. So I'll hand you over to Chris. Chris, I'm pleased to say now is the head of the media at Brentwood Town Football Club. So Chris, if you just want to give a quick introduction, what you do.
Yeah, sure. So recently appointed, as Steve said, the media at Brentwood Town now. Been working with Brent for a couple of years now. So we've got a lot of a good relationship working there now. I love all things non-league football. I love sort of promoting non-league football and getting the name out there and trying to get people to go and watch it more and support your local club, really. And my local club growing up was Chelmsford. I used to go watch them quite a lot as well. Volunteered with them for a long time. So yeah, you sort of fall out of love with the Premier League and the sort of stuff that goes along with that nowadays. So anything I can do to sort of encourage people to go, you know what, I'm going to go support my local club and get people involved with non-league football. Then I'm happy. But yeah, that's me really.
That's the best way to say about it. Of course, we've also got Tony joining us with us as well. Evening, Tony. Hope you're doing well as well.
Yeah, hi guys. Hope you're all well on this hot Monday evening.
What's all about hot? It's not that hot just yet. Is it going to be hotter tomorrow? That's the main thing, because you've got loads of football action going on. Of course, Chris and Steve, you've got a big game at home as well on Tuesday night.
Yeah. We had our first game on Friday night as we kicked off the season at Step 3. So for anyone who's not aware, we've had one season at Step 3 before, but that was about 10 years ago. And we had one season and unfortunately come straight back down again. So we had our first game. We played Waverley, who got relegated from Step 2 National South. And it was a good Essex derby, really, to start off with. They switched the game to Friday night. We drew 1-1, and if I'm honest, it was a fair result. It really was. I think if Waverley won it, it would have been unfair. I think if we won it, Waverley would have felt it was unfair. So it was probably a fair result, if I'm honest. But ultimately, I reckon Brent would come away the happier side. A lot more positive things in it from our point of view. So it was good, yeah. And then bigger match tomorrow at home to St Albans City, another team relegated. So it's going to be a big test for us.
Sorry, Steve, but we're just coming into because we've got Taylor Gameday. He's going to be here to give us his insights with Redbridge against Graves. Here he is.
Good evening.
Gameday, evening. How are you? Just
I'm all right, yourself?
This is like Sky Sports, but the long lead day, is it?
It is, isn't it?
Come on, we can do this. It's going to be
We
working.
can.
It's all live, but hey ho. But can you tell us what's happening, Gameday?
Yes, so half-time here at Oakside is Redbridge 1, Greysaff 0. A Darren Asuka goal on 15 minutes, giving Redbridge the lead. 1-1 to keep a tidy finish. Redbridge have been the better side, certainly had more of the chances. It's had a bit of needle this game, actually. Some interesting tackles flying in for sure. A few yellow cards. We might see a red second half. So, Greys still in the game, but need to create more second half if they want to get anything out of the game, that's for sure.
Oh, well, thank you very much, Gameday. Well, hopefully we'll see you at full time and hopefully Super 6 for you.
Yeah, I'll put a Super 12 actually. Yeah, I'll put a Super 6.
Ooh.
I'll put a Super 6 in.
Well, yeah, you know, we've got to do these things, haven't you?
That's right. All right, enjoy the show, guys.
Cheers, thanks very much, Gameday.
Cheers.
See you in a little while. Cheers. And of course, one of Mr. Jones's favourite friends there. Evening, gents.
Don't know who that is, but evening.
Well, of course you do.
I don't.
You never know. But Tony, how was your weekend? I know you went to Brighton City against Newmarket on Saturday. Was that correct?
It was, yes. To be honest with you, I expected a bit more from Brighton City, if I'm honest. Even Ryan Salter was the same as well. He said, they've worked on a lot of things over pre-season, and I mean, give Newmarket credit. They were a very physical side, and I think they're going to cause a lot of teams issues this season. But for the first goal, to be honest with you, if they had closed the defender down, if they closed the midfielder down a bit, that he possibly doesn't get that shot away and score that goal. But I mean, take nothing away, it was a hell of a strike. The centre forward chested it down and he volleyed it and smashed it in, but keeper had no chance whatsoever with it. And the second goal at the concede, well, that was just poor defending all over. The gap was probably as wide as the Thames, and the player only had to pick his spot and put it in the back of the net. Again, if the defence was a lot closer, they possibly don't get that second goal. However, they did get a penalty 5 minutes from the end. The referee initially gave a free kick rather, but where I was, it was clearly a penalty. He come over, spoke to the linesman. It took him nearly a minute to make the decision to give it as a penalty. That was coolly tucked away. Then Newmarket looked nervy, I must admit, after that. But they did manage to hold on and win the game 2-1. Brentwood had chances, but they were going past the post, or there was a couple of stupid offsides, which they didn't need to do really. But overall, it is the first game of the season, and like Ryan said, last season they lost 3-0 to Whittam Town on the first game of the season, and the rest was history. And the probably teams are wanting to go there to beat Brighton City after the season they had last season, finishing in the playoffs as well and getting so close, against Bury Town. And it was a bit of a mixed afternoon for Brighton City. First half, not so good, but second half, they came out with a little bit more purpose, but obviously just couldn't get that crucial second goal to get the equaliser. And, but they were backed by the Regent Army all the way through that game, right to the final whistle. So, yeah, fair play to them at the end of the day. But Newmarket, yeah, they're going to cause, as I say, a few sides some issues this season. I know Malden got a huge win at the weekend, but I think if they come up against Newmarket playing like that, I think they might have problems as well. So, as I say, they were very physical, Newmarket, all over the place. Although the goalkeeper possibly should have had a yellow card. The amount of times he was taking more than 8 seconds because I was timing him. And the referee wasn't doing anything about it. And then all of a sudden, the second half, he went up and had a word with the goalkeeper. Now, a guy behind me, I said to him, there should be a yellow card here. And he said, absolutely, there should be. He says, should have been a yellow card in the first half. Never mind even a yellow card now. But I think the ref left his cards in the dressing room at the first half because he should have given a few yellow cards out in that first half. And he didn't leave it till the second half, till about the 60th minute before he gave the first one out. So, yeah.
Tony, with that thing with the referee, like, haven't they introduced that new rule where if the keeper holds on to the ball for an X amount of seconds, they actually start shouting down a countdown? So we had that in pre-season as well.
Yeah, they have.
If he holds on for too long, then the referee awards a corner. So I'm surprised that the referee was letting that slide from what you were saying.
The referee was awful on Saturday. He really was awful on Saturday. It's the first time I've seen this referee, to be honest with you. And but he was just letting far too much go. And as I see, he just went up and had a word with the goalkeeper, Adam Young, and and just said to him, come on. But yeah, he didn't bother doing any countdown or anything. And I think with this new 8-second rule, isn't it? If it's longer than 8 seconds, you get a corner from it or something. But
yeah,
he never implemented nothing like that. He just, to me, just seemed to let things slide too much. And it is what it is. But we know what referees are like in that league.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely. Well, hopefully, you never know. We might get a referee to come on to the show and see what the opinions are from them. That would be interesting to have. Yes.
That would be interesting.
That would be interesting to see.
Get one of the tadpoles on him or something like that.
Yeah, I hope chat's doing well. And of course, you probably did see there is Ian, by the way, Dan.
I thought it would.
You know who he is now, do you?
Yeah, Ian Honeyman. Yeah, but Bloaters Live. Is there going to be a Yarmouth official YouTube channel?
You have to ask. Well, you've asked the question now, Dan, so you never know.
So yeah.
Talk about Great Yarmouth. You were there on Saturday. How was that for you? Of course, you
get
a 1-0 win.
It was a very good performance for Yarmouth. 1-0 win, a very, very well fought 1-0 win as well. Because for most of that game, Yarmouth were down to 10 men. Billy Wen, I think, did deserve to get sent off for a high foot to the chest. But yes, it was brilliantly defended. Brandon Ling getting the penalty save in there as well, which was absolutely gorgeous. It was a good penalty, but an amazing save as well. And yes, it was 257 people there, one of the highest in Furlough None. So I think good times all round, except for the travelling Southern fans who travelled down there.
Yeah, there's going to be a bit of disappointment there to that game. But as we were saying, that Gameday is still a game at the moment. It's still 1-0 to Redbridge against Grays Athletic. Of course, Marjorie and Tiptree are top of that league. Within Town have gone second after their 3-0 win as well. Grays, as I say, they're losing by a goal to nil. They were third. Galston in fourth, and then Downham Town are in fifth, gentlemen. Is that a surprise so far? No.
Well, it's early days at the moment, but seeing Downham up there, massive shock, I will say. We'll see how it goes out throughout the season, and it's quite a shock, I will say.
Excellent. So, in our green room at the moment, our guest has arrived. We've got Michael Browers, has been the manager of Ipswich Wanderers since November 2024. Succeeded from Glenn Driver and bringing prior experience from Brentwood Town as the first team coach. So, Michael, I hope this is going to work. Good evening to you, Michael. How are you?
Evening, yeah, all good, thank you. How are you guys?
The system is working. Not too bad yourself. Hallelujah, it's working. Brilliant. So you must be very chuffed with yourself so far. 3 wins out of 3. Of course, 2 in the third Premier Division and, of course, 1 in the FA Cup. And we do have a few of your fans already in Michael. There we go. A couple of you already. And, of course, you got Adrian there. So how are things at Ipswich Wanderers?
Yes, like you say, the season couldn't have started any better in terms of results-wise. Us personally, I'll always be harsh on myself and the team. We've got a lot more to give in terms of actual performances, but I think to start the season, all we were after was points on the board and getting through that FA Cup game.
Definitely. So now you've had a whole pre-season, and of course at the start of the season. How was pre-season preparations, getting all the players what you wanted to come in after what happened with Mr. Driver in charge? Of course, you stayed in the boat a bit in step 4, but of course it became a bit too involved for you. Do you think you've come on quite well with it?
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the end of the season, we actually finished quite strong. And I truly believe we'd have had a little bit more time in that season. We might have even stayed up, but there's no point dwelling on that. And we just looked to keep who we wanted to keep. And in all truth, we didn't really want to lose anyone because everyone committed so well to what we were trying to achieve last year. And as I say, we were close to doing that. And we put up a good fight, but it was about getting back to what we believe in and try and bring wins back to Ipswich Wanderers. It was a tough season overall.
Yeah, most definitely. So what is your short-term goals for the club for this season? Do you want to get promotion back to step 4, or do you want to see how it goes for the coming season?
Being frank, the club do want me back at step 4. Whether it's this year or over the course of 2 years, I think we've got to be realistic. We've built a new team, and as you see at the top level, going down doesn't mean you're automatically going to be rewarded with going back up. We've got a lot of hard work to do to be up there come the end of the season. But it's certainly we want to be competitive and be in and amongst it.
Yeah, definitely. So guys, do you got any questions for Michael here? Don't go.
I didn't want to speak in front of everyone. So, because I was going to ask Michael. Obviously, you came to Ipswich from Braintree. Obviously, being at step 1, going down to step 4, now playing at step 5. How have you found the sort of differences between styles of play and strengthenings of squad?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, it's a massive step. Because we were full-time at Braintree. Well, say full-time, we were sort of 3 mornings a week. So, and that was the player's main job. So the biggest difference was probably the commitment. Obviously, at Braintree, there is no question of commitment because that's their job. The biggest challenge for me personally has been reflecting back on it and getting the players to commit as much as they can. And to be fair to the lads we've brought in and the squad we've got, over pre-season, they've been, I'd say, reasonably committed. Obviously, everyone's due a holiday. I get that. But yeah, they've brought into what we're trying to do. That's for sure.
And sort of what was for the start of the season, what was the main priority for you in terms of squad? What area of the pitch was the biggest priority for you to strengthen in?
Goals. Literally goals. I mean, the end of last year, like I say, we were doing well, but we had one number 9, and you need 2, maybe 3, because if he isn't firing that week, you need that next option. And we were just really limited to what we had. And through pre-season, we've recruited in that area, along with a couple of lads coming back from injury. And let's be frank, goals win games. So that's what we needed, and hopefully that's what we've got.
Most definitely. Is there any standout players for this season for the fans to keep an eye on from your squad?
Oh, come on.
That's a question, isn't it?
Funny enough, I thought about this question, and I obviously want the fans to buy into every player that I bring to the club, and that's a big thing of what I want to do. They're not going to be at Ipswich Wanderers for a short period. Ideally, it's something to build with, and the fans can really buy into each player. Obviously, we signed James Lee from Brentford, who scored a number of goals in this league. That was a real coup for us, although he's been injured since we signed him. And yeah, Kai Fletcher coming back from injury, another good forward. Scott Sloots from Redbridge, obviously step 4. So as a front line, we've got Jose, Santa. There's our front line. So they're the exciting players, but you can't forget about the boys at the back there putting their bodies on the line each week.
Excellent. Anyone else has got any questions? Dan, have you got any questions?
I was about to say, I was going to talk about the the projections for this year, what's like the ideal projection? But I think you've already answered that. Promotion in the first 2 seasons, wasn't it?
Yeah. Just want to and just be competitive. Like I say, it was a really tough year for the club last year overall, and you just want to bring back that feel good factor back to the club.
So, without giving out much too away for this, how would you prepare for a match days?
Obviously, ideally, you'd love to go and see the opposition you're going to play. That's near on impossible at our level, but you can sort of tap into other managers within the league that you can trust, if there is still that word. And I'll be honest, we use our Thursday sessions to prepare for that Saturday, whether it's a change in system or we know something about the opposition. We'll always use Thursday as a preparation training session.
Can I ask a question as well? What I'm looking at your league table at the moment. I mean, what teams in that league do you think are going to, Ipswich Wanderers aside, obviously, what teams do you think are going to be the ones that are going to be pushing for the title at the end of the season? Those games when we've got to take points off these.
Yeah, I mean, funny enough, we played Thetford on Saturday, and they've been there or thereabouts over the last few seasons. So it was fantastic to get 3 points on Saturday. I know that Fakenham are going to be good because they've got a centre forward that scores goals for fun. Tried to sign him last year. And then you've just got Mulbartons of the league. They're always strong, especially location-wise. So, yeah, I think Mulbarton, Thetford, Fakenham. Yeah, I'd say them 3 are going to be, if they're not in the top 6, I'd be very surprised.
Of course, tomorrow, there's a big game. Fakenham are playing Mulbarton tomorrow, aren't they?
Yeah. We've got a game ourselves, which is a shame because that'd have been a good one to watch, I think. So that'll be an early, not an early indication, but it'll really sort of see where teams are at this early in the season.
Yeah, I was just going to be talking about tomorrow night. Hadley away. How's your preparations for that?
Yeah, not too bad. Funny enough, we've got 21 signed players, and we only had 4 subs Saturday because we've got niggles, a couple of lads still away. So as much as you feel like you're always prepared, there's always that little sort of challenge along the way. But we've got a squad ready to go there tomorrow, and again, Hadley, good. I'm expecting a good game. Young side, so I'm sure there's going to be full of energy. But it's so early in the season, you can't really gauge who you're going to come up against at the minute.
Definitely. And of course, you've got an important game on Saturday against Marchtown in the Cup as well. Another difficult place to go.
Yeah, I had the pleasure of going to watch March v Soham in the replay actually last week. And yeah, that's going to be a real tough fixture. They've got some very good individuals, really well organised, and going to March as I have previously, it's not an easy place to go. No,
definitely not. Definitely. Anyone else has got any questions?
Well, we've got a couple in the chat at the moment. We've got.
Go for it. You do it, Garrett.
We've got.
Go for it.
We've got Global Bloodstock saying, "What are your honest comments about the pitch at Ipswich Wanderers last season? It was like a road."
Yeah, to be fair, last year it was in a tough place. I think the club would be honest and say they played too many games on it. I think all clubs end up doing that. But this year, experiencing the lack of water we've had, it's in a really good place at the moment. I'll be honest, 3 or 4 weeks ago we were really concerned, but it's come through. The groundsman's done wonders, and it's I'd say it's a good playing surface at the moment.
Yeah, definitely.
Nice.
You've got a new chairman as well to back you up as well, and of course bringing in all the new signs. So you must have a good relationship with him as well. Yeah.
New chairman, new board. So a lot of changes, but sometimes change is good. I think as long as people buy into what he's trying to do. But the chairman's been fantastic to date. So touch wood, it all comes into place.
Well, we wish you best of luck for the coming season. Hopefully we can all come to Ipswich Wanderers at some point this season and speak to you face to face. And we'll wish you best for Tuesday and, of course, for Saturday. Thank you very much, Michael, for joining us.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for your time.
Cheers. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Cheers.
All the best.
Take care. Right, so there you go. That's Michael Brothers from Ipswich Wanderers. I hope you enjoyed that. So I believe that Gameday has got some important news. I think there was another goal for.
Yeah,
we
it was Redbridge 2, Great South 0. Jack Chorner with the goal.
Well, so it's
for
the
Redbridge.
second goal of the game. So, should we go over to? Let's have a look. Well, where should we go to, Dan? Should we go to Kings Lynn Town to start with? What start us off?
Yeah, well, as always, let's go to Kings Lynn. Why not?
Well, we have to do these things time to time,
Yeah.
especially with the new owners, new manager as well. It's been pretty good so far for them, hasn't it?
Oh, I've not heard of this. Oh, this is the first time I've heard of this.
Come on, man.
I've not been up to date with this.
Oh, come on.
I've not been up to date with this.
Did you not know that? Had you
Man,
realised?
this is
No.
what I've got
No, I
put up with every
No.
single way.
Oh, God.
Shocking
And they
behaviour.
call me non-league wonders. Oh, my God.
Well, obviously not this week. Anyway. Oh, dear. Anyway, let's go to Kings Lynn. Hopefully you can see this. Of course, they had a 1-1 draw at home to Telford in the actual North Division here, National North Division. Of course, they went behind by a Matt Stenson penalty there. And of course, then equalised on the hour mark, making it 1-1 to them. Gents, how do you see Kings Lynn Town performance for this season?
Oh, I'm going to predict them at like mid-table this season as well. Maybe on a small push for the playoffs, but I don't think they'll go up this season.
No, because they did finish off in the playoffs last season, and then of course they lost that, and it all went wrong for Adam Lakeland. Of course, Adam Lakeland is now at Halifax Town, and of course now it's all a big change at the club. So big game for them on. I think they're playing. Is it Tuesday night? Come on, tell me.
It says the 16th, so it'll be Saturday.
Saturday, of course. Of course, they're playing Hereford away from home, so that'll be an interesting game for them. So, anyone's tips for Kings Lynn Town, gents?
I think they're table, to be fair. I mean, yes, they got into the playoffs last season, but that was the eliminator stage, and they lost to Chorley, didn't they? 85th minute goal knocked them out. But I think with having new owners, new manager, getting the club where they want it, so I think possibly mid-table. I would say maybe 9th, 10th place this season for them, and then build on it next season, gradually. Because as I say, Rome's not built overnight, so yeah.
Yeah, it's a tricky one for Kings Lynn, because they've got obviously, I think they at one point were going to go part-time, but now I think they've actually stayed full-time. New manager in James Rowe, who's obviously not without his controversies in his past, so I'm sure he's an interesting character to be managed under. And they do have some good players. I know a player of theirs, Ross Crane, very good technical and skillful winger. I think they maybe used him in the wrong positions last season. They played him a bit more as a left back. From what I know last year, that's not where he is. He's better out on the right hand side, where he can kite onto his left and really cause some trouble. So hopefully it's a big year for him. Hopefully under this new manager he can get some more game time in his proper position, and that could well be the difference between whether they make a push for the playoffs or have a mid-table finish.
Yeah, definitely. How about yourself, Dan, as well? Kings Lynn Town?
Yeah, I mean, I've already said that I don't think they'll get into the playoffs. I think they'll have a small chance, but I think they'll miss out just by a little bit, I think.
Okie dokie. So, moving on swiftly to step 3 with our favourite friends, OC Sudbury in action. Of course, you've got Berry Town, first game of the season. Of course, we've already spoken to Steve and Chris about Brentwood, but Brentwood, they've got a game on Tuesday night. So it must be a big crowd expected for you guys.
Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully we do. We're really bigging it up on social media. It's our first ever time that we've played St Albans in our history. So I'm sure it's going to be an absolute cracker. We've got Barry Hearn from Matchroom coming down for that one as well. So bit of celebrity focus on that too. I know St Albans say they stuck with their manager last season, and I think they only kept a number of players from last year. So it's quite a new look squad for what they're going into. But yeah, we're hoping for a good crowd. We're hoping that we're still looking for our first win of the season, and I think there's no better time than to make a statement against one of the clubs that I think are tipped to go straight back up to the National League South. Got some good players, and I think we've got enough to cause them trouble.
And I reckon Steve is exactly the same. I bet you've been busy around the behind the scenes as well.
Yeah, no, it has been busy. Yeah, it has been busy. But yeah, I think just really on the back of what Chris has said, I mean, we want to try and create a bit of a fortress at home. So in non-league, sometimes it's a bit hard to do that, but our support was really pivotal to what we was trying to achieve last year, and we really wanted to try and do that now. So Chris has been bigging up the game to see if we can get a lot of people over there. So we're expecting probably more away supporters than what we would get on average for the game tomorrow night as well. So we're already being prepared for things like that to make sure that we've got enough stewards and people there just to kind of give everybody a nice experience and they enjoy coming over.
Well, I wish you all the best for that as well. And of course, our lovely friend, Mr. Taylor.
Hello.
Just like that. We've got some goals.
We've got a couple of goals. It's now Redbridge 2, Grays Aft 1. Redbridge did go 2-0 up very early in the second half. Shot from outside of the box from Jack Chorner going into the bottom corner. And at that point, I thought Redbridge had it wrapped up. But then 10 minutes later, Grays won a penalty. Callum Fitzer sent the goalkeeper the wrong way, scored the penalty. And they're back in it now. They've got good away support here, Grays, drum, plenty of atmosphere, getting behind their lads. It's going to be a cracking finish here, that's for sure.
Excellent. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate that. We'll see you at full time.
Full time. See you later.
See you in a bit. Bye-bye.
Oh, gosh.
2-1 there. And of course, sorry, you were going to say something there?
Yeah, I was about to say that's really squeaky bum time over there.
It certainly is. So we go over to Step 3, as we were just mentioning, AFC Sudbury in action. They played Redbridge at home and they won by 2-0. You also got, unfortunately, Needham Market there. Gets Halborough there, losing by 4-0. But they've got a new stand. Did anyone see this on social media? They got a new stand at the ground.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Looking very good. Hopefully, we'll get to go over there as well at some point this season. And then Leiston 2, Houseworth Town 2 there. Good point there for Leiston. And of course, unfortunately, there, Barrier Town losing to Stourbridge by 2-0. But they've got a big game coming up on tomorrow night at home. So hopefully we can go to that shortly. Gents, were you surprised with any results on Saturday?
I will say the Spaniards will be really happy with Harborough winning 4-0, definitely.
That was a hammering.
Yeah, that is a massive hammering for Needham. I think they're still having the lag from the National North from last season coming into it. So, it's going to be one of those half and half seasons for them, Needham, I'd say. But Rail Bedford as well getting their first win in Step 3 as well against Spalding. I think I'm going to say Rail Bedford will be up there this season because they've got the money to go into the National League easily, maybe even to win the league as well.
Wow. Tony, you're nodding your head at the bottom there. Any thoughts on those results from Saturday?
I mean, a tough start for Bury. I mean, Stourbridge are a decent side, and it was 2 late goals that they lost there too. But I mean, Royston, I don't know what happened to them because they were 3-0 up against Kettering Town, and Kettering have stormed back and won it 4-3. So I don't know what's quite happened down there at Royston. But yeah, some good results, and like Dan said, I even tipped Real Bedford to be up there at the end of the season. If in the playoffs at least. I mean, I mean, I had the pleasure last season to go to Bedford Town when they played Stourbridge in that final game of the season, and talking to some of their fans, you know, and literally it's right next door. The stadium for Real Bedford is basically next door. It's probably got to be the closest derby in the UK, to be honest with you. But yeah, I mean, they've got plenty of money. Real Bedford, they've had like 7 promotions in 9 seasons, which is outstanding, really, when you think about it. I mean, look, Bedford Town, they were tipped for relegation last season, and they wanted to finish 5th bottom at least, and they won the league. So anything's possible for any team in that league, you know. So yeah, Real Bedford, I think, could be a shock, but they do really need to do something to their ground as well, because their ground, I've seen like footage from people's videos, and the ground really does need a lot of updating there as well. So, but then maybe they will do that during the season if they're up that top end of the table. But yeah, there's going to be a fair few teams in that league which are capable of beating each other, to be honest with you. And I'm actually going to Bury Town tomorrow night to go and watch them play Royston. So that should be a decent game. And I don't know if anybody's seen on Twitter, but Bury's put a picture on. The groundsman's got the pitch, and it looks like a carpet. It is absolutely beautiful, the playing surface. So
yeah, they do an amazing job down there at Bury
tomorrow.
Town. They do an amazing job down at Bury Town. Hats off to them. They do a really good job. So also there's some more games on tonight as well. Southern Premier Division, as you can probably see on screen. Redbridge 0, Stratford Town 0, St Ives 0, and Stamford 0. And then of course you got all the fixtures coming up, as we were saying. Bury Town against Royston is one of them. Kettering Town are home to Lacey, and Needham Market are home to Real Bedford.
Just one last thing on Bury Town as well. I've got a friend of mine went to Stourbridge on Saturday and said that they didn't feel that there was such a big gap from stepping up. They really felt comfortable with the game. Just a couple of silly mistakes. It was for a couple of goals. I think one from a corner, and there was a bit of a comedy error, I think, for the second one. So I think that really they're probably 2-0 flat at Stourbridge a little bit. So I know that Bury are ready to bounce back tomorrow night.
Yeah, most definitely. And I would say good evening, Charlie. As I thought he's just jumped on to see the show. Thanks very much for stopping by, and everyone else who's joining us. Of course, I've missed one as well. I believe it was AFC Sudbury. They're away to Bishop Stortford. So any games which stand out apart from Bury and Royston?
Well, I say Needham Market versus Real Bedford is one of the standout ones. What a match that will be tomorrow. You know, it's National League experience versus the moneymakers, really. So yeah, that will be a one to watch tomorrow night.
Anyone else, guys?
And we've got an update. We've got an update from Taylor.
Oh, here he comes.
You're kidding me.
Wow. This is some game now. Redbridge 2, Grays 2. Another penalty for Grays Ath, this time scored by Sam Bantek. However, what followed was a massive brawl in the goal mouth as Grays tried to get the ball back, get it back to the centre spot. They wanted to go again. The Redbridge keeper wasn't keen to go again. And the end result, the Redbridge goalkeeper has been sent off. Redbridge are down to 10 men. The goalkeeper's been sent off. And, well, I mean, Grays now with all the momentum from 2-0 down, back to 2-2, 10 men. This has been some game, honestly. Ridiculous.
It's handbags.
Handbags a lot.
Handbags.
Incredible. The goal scoring hotline, I'll pay that much.
A lot of handbags now. Come on. We've already got enough stuff already. Good evening, Toasty. Come on.
Evening, Toasty.
Well, thanks, Dan. Appreciate it. How long left? How long left?
Oh.
Technical live, isn't it? Only on the non-league social, isn't it? But never mind.
Wow.
I was just waiting for him to say, unbelievable, Jeff. I was waiting for him to say that.
Oh, I thought he was going to say, but no, we've got handbags instead, Dan. Oh, dearie me. What do we think about that chat? Okay, so we go over to step 4. And of course, So our very friends Ishmael North Division, of course, had some surprise results, I think, gentlemen.
Yeah. I was going to interrupt that earlier on when you were talking about it. I mean, really, there is some surprise results. Yeah, I mean, Bowers and Pitsea lost 2-1 to Downham at home. You know, I thought Bowers and Pitsea would have a reasonable good season, but you know, listen, as we said earlier on, first game of the season really doesn't count for anything much. So we just have to wait and see. Cambridge City, I know they were playing lower stuff. That was always going to be a tough game, but Cambridge lost.
Yes.
Concord,
yes. Well,
another team.
Sorry to interrupt there, Steve, but we do have a new guest coming on next week. He's actually plays for Cambridge City. He's only just signed this afternoon, and more on that later on shortly with that one. So as you were saying, Bowsy Pitsea losing 2-1 to Downham Town. Brighton Sea 1, Newmarket Town 2. Come to you, Tony, with that. Cambridge 1, Lowestoft 2. You've got Connaught United 2. Rangers against Galston 3. Grace Athletic 3. Thackney 0. Marjorie Tripty there, 5-1 winners against Redbridge. Mildenhall Town winning against Tilbury by 2-1. Stanway Rovers against Brentford Athletic. Brentford are actually playing Marjorie and Tiptree tomorrow night. Walton Abbey there. One of your tips there, Steve. They beat Felixstowe by a goal to 0. And then, of course, Witham Town 3, Haybridge Swifts 0. And at the bottom there, Wroxham 2, Woolstow 1. So, you were saying about those results then, gentlemen. Any other results which took your fancy there?
I think the big one for me was Bowers and Pitsea, Downham. What a result for Downham that is, especially from a team that came from step 3 as well. You know, I mean, Downham are pretty much proven the doubters wrong already. So maybe we can see an underdog story. Who knows?
Most definitely. As you were saying about Redbridge versus Grays, it's in the 67th minute at the moment. Sorry. Tony, you went to Brighton, didn't you?
Yes, I went to North Road, yes. Crowd of 211 there. A lot of their fans are on holiday. But look, it was a cracking atmosphere. As I say, that it wasn't the best of games from Brighton. Say I've seen them play a lot better than that, and I know Ryan will be absolutely, devastated at that result. I know he was hurt on Saturday at that result as well, because he knows that team can play a lot better than they did on Saturday. As I said, they could have closed Newmarket down for that first goal, and then obviously for the second goal. Again, the defence was too far apart and made it simply straightforward for Newmarket to go 2-0 up after 76 minutes through Jenkins. But, they came back, got the penalty. But ultimately, 85th minutes can sometimes be too little too late by then. But they did have chances in that game, especially that second half. They didn't create as much in the first half, Brighton Sea, but definitely second half they created a lot more chances, and just couldn't find that second goal, unfortunately, and lost the game. And then obviously tomorrow night they're away to Redbridge Swifts, so hopefully they'll get back on they'll get the 3 points tomorrow night, and normal service can be resumed. But obviously they got a lot of new players as well. They've obviously lost Fletch, who's a huge loss. He's gone to Braintree, and he played 70 minutes for Braintree on Saturday. He started for them. So they started off with a 3-0 win. But they've lost a few players. And like Ryan said, some of them want to go up the leagues, and he says, and I haven't got a problem with that, because at the end of the day, every player wants to be ambitious, and that's exactly what it is. But they've got some good players that they've brought into the club as well. So, the future looks good, and I still back them to be back up in that playoff region again by the end of the season. So let's hope they are back up there as well at the end of the season, because it is a great little club, Brighton Sea. It really is, and our fans are absolutely fantastic. So let's, and in the travelling are numbers as well. So yeah, let's hope they're back up there very soon, and let's hope they can start their winning ways back from tomorrow night.
Excellent. Chris and Steve, have you got any comments about the Ishmael North division? Of course, you were in the league last season. Anyone fancy your tips from Saturday?
Yeah, I tell you, the only tip I will give is just I think I said it last week. Just in a way, the beginning of the season doesn't shape up anything really until you hit November. I mean, last year I remember we got off to a good start. We won our first game away to Redbridge, and then I think it was the second or the third game we went to Concord and got smashed 5-1. So the first probably 8, 9, 10 games really. It's I think there's a lot of clubs just still finding their feet a little bit. Malden and Tiptree, they're going to be ones. Let's be honest, everyone's expecting them to finish top, so they're going to be the team that everybody wants to try to get a result off of. I can see a couple of more unfancied teams giving them a good game. I can see teams like Wroxham and Galston giving them a good game. Newmarket, I can see giving them a good game. So just the way that they play, could frustrate Malden and Tiptree a bit. So be quite interesting.
Yeah, I bet. Steve, thanks very much for that. I appreciate the comments as well, and thanks to everyone else who's joining in the show. If you want to keep staying with us, we do have a bumper Super 6, not just 6 games, we got 12 games coming up very soon. But don't worry, guys, there's no quiz this week.
Oh, yes. Gillian.
See? There's only one person who's happy about that, and that's Dan Jones over there. Anyway. Oh, dear. Anyway. Let's go back to the fixtures for tomorrow, shall we say, for the Ishmael North. As it comes on screen, as you can see at the top there, you've got Redbridge against Grays, 72 minutes, still 2-2 with a long way to go so far. As we were saying, Maldron trip to your way to Brantham Athletic, Felixstowe at home to Whittam Town, Heybridge Swifts, against Brighton and Sea, Lowstow against Stanway Rovers, Newmarket against Cambridge City. Interesting. Dan Jones, that should be one for you, shouldn't it, for tomorrow night?
No, I'm working tomorrow night, sadly.
Shocking behaviour, eh? Shocking.
I know.
Only against Walton Abbey, Tilbury against Cord Rangers, Wilmslow versus Battersea Pittsburgh, Wroxham versus Downham Town, and then, of course, Wednesday night is, of course, Galston against Mildenhall. So, gents, any games will take your fancy out of them?
I think Newmarket and Cambridge, that's going to be a tasty game.
Yeah.
Newmarket will be on a high after winning on Saturday. Cambridge will be wanting to bounce back after defeat, so that's going to be a very interesting game at the Tristel Stadium, so that'll be interesting. Obviously, here I'll keep an eye on Heybridge with some Brighton Sea. I think I fancy Brighton Sea to go there and get a win, to be honest with you. I mean, Felixstowe Malton against Whittam Town, that's going to be a great game as well. So, there's plenty there. Walthamstow, Bowers and Pitsea, and Wroxham, Downham Town, that could be an interesting game. I mean, Wroxham are a really tough team to beat, especially away from home. So, there's lots to look forward to there, absolutely. And one thing I just want to quickly say as well is it was an absolute pleasure for Ryan Salter to actually invite me into the dressing room while he gave his final instructions to the team on Saturday. And what I've got to say, it's actually an amazing experience when you're actually standing there. And actually, the players were absolutely fantastic when I went in the dressing room. A couple of them came straight up, shook my hand, and then as they were going out to the tunnel, they all shook my hand on the way out. They were absolutely brilliant in there, and so well done to Brighton Sea for that, and to Ryan Salter.
There you go, to Brighton Sea. Well done to them. That's really good. Hopefully, you never know, we might get all to go to Brighton Sea and see what happens. That would be quite interesting, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Or any other clubs who want us to come along. Also, we got Charlie Stone saying about Josh Collison, who signed from Kingston Town there. And back for Newmarket is a massive boost. Yes, he's a very good signing for Newmarket Town, definitely. Chris, Steve, what's your fancy games for Tuesday night in the Ishmael?
I like the look of Felix Lowe against Whittam. Felix Lowe obviously under new management under the Ainsley brothers. They obviously lost Charlie Warren to Bolton, so he'll be a big loss for them. Very, very key player for them. They've had a few players come back from Australia that I think they really derailed their season a little bit after they lost a couple of key midfielders. So they've got them back now. So I would tip Felix Lowe to bounce back after the weekend. Not an easy game to play against Waltham Abbey, who are a very physical side. They'll bully you on the ball if you're not cautious enough. So, yeah, I'm interested to see how Felix Lowe bounce back. I think they will have too much for Whittam. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. But I'm also interested in Lowestoft against Stanway. Stanway, a club very local to me, only 10 minutes away from me. So I know their manager quite well. Really good guy. And I think Stanway will be absolutely fine at step 4 this season. I think they've got too much about them to struggle. Lowestoft obviously coming down from step 3. Very difficult year for them last year. They lost Harvey Sayer, who's now gone to Tamworth. Harvey, again, scored about 50-odd goals in his 2 seasons there. So he's a massive, massive loss for them. But they did sign Harvey Peters, who was with us at Brentwood for a very brief period of time last season. So hopefully if he can stay fit, I'm sure he can contribute. So those 2 games stand out for me.
And how about yourself, Steve? Anything what stands out for you?
I would have actually said Felixstowe and Whittam. I mean, Whittam are Whittam are always the club that get off to a brilliant start for the first few months of the season. So to see them get a good result on Saturday was no surprise. So that looks good. Newmarket and Cambridge probably the standout game. Yeah, I agree. But there's other games there that's going to help to shape people's season because you've got Walthamstow and Bells and Pitsea that were probably a bit disappointed at the weekend. So it gives either of those 2 sides a chance to start getting off the mark.
Yeah, definitely. And hopefully your chat as well. What's standing out for you for the Ishmael North as we continue to go over to the third and on where we all know, mostly me and Tony and Dan there. Let's see what's going to happen on Tuesday night, where I believe I'm actually going to a game. Ooh.
Oh, wow. That's a shock.
That's a shock horror for you, lot, isn't it?
Wow.
I wonder what game that's going to be. Does anyone know?
I don't know. Maybe something to do with Thetford.
Yes, it could be Thetford. As we were saying, in Toasty. Yes, excellent. So let's move on swiftly with the first results from Saturday, of course, as we can sort out my computer for a change. Come on, work. Yes, here we go. Hopefully it's now on your screen. As we mentioned, I hope it's on your screen. Oh, excellent. So on the screen at the moment, you've got the results from Saturday. You've got Durham Town, nil, Haverhill Rovers 2. Good result there for Haverhill Rovers. Ely City, Walsham and the Willows. Of course, Walsham and Willows have just kicked off their season. That's their first game of the league season. They played Ely in a 1-1 draw. As we say, Great Yarmouth Town 1, Stone Town Rangers 0.
Yes. Yeah,
there's no fear there for Daniel Jones and his number 1 fan over there. Hadley United 1, Fakenham Town 5, Houston Town 3, Heacham 2, Ipswich Wanderers there 2, Thetford Town 0, Kirkland and Paintford 4, Connaught United 3, and I believe Connaught United were 3-0 up at half time, and Kirkland
Jesus, wow,
4 goals to 3.
What a comeback!
What a comeback that was. And then, of course, you've got Lakenheath 2, and our favourite friends down the road, Stowmarket Town 3, and Woodbridge 0, Mulbolton Wanderers 5. Wow. Good stuff there for Mulbolton Wanderers. Gents, what took your fancy on those games?
Clearly, Durham versus Haverhill on that one. What a win for Haverhill that is. That's probably a result of the weekend, definitely, because Haverhill just coming up as well. Dereham being one of the stronger sides in the league as well. And
Yes.
I did say that Haverhill could have a good chance this season, and I might be talking a bit too early here, but if they can beat Dereham, who knows who they can beat next, really.
Chris and Steve, what's your take on those fixtures from Saturday?
Got to be honest, I'm not massively clued up on this league.
Right.
I wouldn't want to pretend. I mean, obviously, I'm pleased for Stowmarket because I know they've had some difficulties financially in the past, well very recently. So I'm pleased to see that they came away from Lakenheath with a win. So that's good for them. Obviously, Ipswich winning at Stepford's good. Obviously, with their ambitions to want to bounce back up. Again, quite a local one for me. So hopefully, they can go on a good winning streak. Ely, I've got family ties with Ely, so I guess a good point for them. I don't know if that's a good point for them or not against Walsham, but hopefully they'll have a good season. But that's as much as my knowledge probably goes about the league, I'm afraid.
And Steve?
Yeah, very similar. I mean, I always tend to look out in that league for Stowmarket and Ipswich because they're clubs that I know, clubs that I like and respect, and I always want to see them win. So, actually, you know what? I look at that and say it's been a good week.
And Tony, how about yourself?
Yeah, I mean, look, some good results there over the weekend. Thetford losing to Ipswich. Look, Ipswich are going to be one of the teams up the top end of the table. I mean, Fakenham, they're on fire at the minute as well, aren't they? So I think that's – tell you what, when Ipswich and Fakenham meet each other, that's going to be a cracking game. That is going to be the game of probably one of the games of the season, I reckon. But
probably the judgment day of the season, I'd say.
Yeah. Harlow Town versus Hackney Wick. But
yeah.
But no, I mean, look, Stowmarket have done really well, and I think myself and Dan maybe have given them a bit of injustice because when we were both at that game when they played Framlingham, we both said they're going to struggle this season. And I tell you what, they're not. They're 7th place, and that they're doing okay at the moment. So yeah, if they continue that form, then well done to them. But and I'll quite happily eat humble pie for saying that, but it just the way they played against Framlingham, they just did not look like that this season, that they could even, that they might stay up this season. But I think they'll be okay this season, to be honest with you. But I know it's only early season, and as Steve quite rightly says, normally about November when you've got to look at when you've got to really look at the league and how it's going to go. I mean, as I say, you go back to last season in the Isthmian League when Basildon United were top of the league in November and they got relegated. So it just shows you anything can happen. So, but no, it's been a bright start to the season, and obviously, like I say, Fakenham are right up there. Ely City 2nd place. So I think Ely's going to be up there as well. It'll be a good game between Thetford and Dereham tomorrow night. Unfortunately, I'm not going to that game. But yeah, so hopefully Thetford, Matt and the boys can get back to winning ways there.
Yeah, definitely. As we were talking about Thetford coming to, Dereham Town coming to Thetford Town tomorrow night. We've also got College United versus Haverhill Rovers, Fakenham Town versus Mulbolton Wanderers. That's going to be a juicy tie, both sides winning by 5-0. Well, apart from Fakenham winning 5-1. And then Haverhill United versus Ipswich Wanderers, as Michael Brothers was just speaking about earlier on. Thetford Town against Dereham. And then, of course, we have got Walsham and the Willows versus Kirkley and Patefield. Interesting stuff there, gents.
Yeah, that is. And I think Thetford Dereham will be one of the ones to watch tomorrow. Two pretty much strong teams in the league. So that should be a good one to watch if you are going to it tomorrow. And I know you are, Lee, anyway.
Also, Dereham did sign 2 players recently as well. One actually today from Wroxham, Ryan Hawkins has signed for Dereham, and the old number 9 for Norwich City, Grant Holt, has re-signed again for the Magpies. So Will both of them be involved tomorrow? We'll wait and find out. We do have Mr. Simon Staines. He's actually going to give us a preview of that game if he can find my media for it. That would be interesting if I can find that. So here is Simon with the details.
Definitely against Durham on Tuesday night, and it should be a good game. It typically is. Two Norfolk teams separated by about 25 miles, and I think this should be an interesting game. Thetford have had a solid start to the season, possibly slightly better than expected actually, because there was some concern going into the season about the size of the squad, but it seemed to come together late on. They started with wins over against Histon. They got knocked out in the end in extra time, but it was two great occasions. By all accounts, they were a bit off it against Ipswich Wanderers on Saturday, but then may have been a bit of a hangover from the Tuesday night against Histon, and I think Ipswich are probably the title favourites this year, so not a massive surprise that they won that game. Durham, they started the season pretty solidly too. They drew at Cornard, 3-0 win against Yarmouth, and then 2 defeats since though. So they lost against Mulbarton in the FA Cup 3-1. Mulbarton have had a really good start to the season, scoring goals for fun. They lost 2-0 at home to Haverhill last weekend, so they'll be looking to bounce back from that. They're generally a strong, well organised side, and I think, like Thetford, they'll be in the playoff mix at the end of the season. The games have always been really close. I had a look at the recent fixtures between the teams, and the last two seasons since they've been playing each other again. Before that, Durham were a level above, but you had a 2-2 draw, a 1-0 win to Thetford, a 0-0 draw, and a 2-1 win for Durham. So a win apiece and 2 draws. So I think it will be. They're really close games typically, and I would expect the game tomorrow to be similar, and I'll predict a 1-1. Sort of in keeping with the recent results, but it should be a good evening. Definitely against.
Simon Staines talking about Thetford Town against Durham. It's going to be a very close game, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, another the standout fixtures I think for tomorrow night is going to be the Fakenham Town versus Welbarton Wanderers. That's going to be a toughie game for each side. Could be a draw, could be a 5-5. You just don't know, do you?
No, I mean, that's certainly not a game that you would want on the Super 6, is it really?
Well, I'll tell you what, it could be on the Super 6, so stay tuned to that. You never know what's going to happen. But never mind. We do have some results for the third Premier Division. I don't know if you can see that. All the club scorers. Look at that. Given to me by Non-League HQ. Thank you guys from up there. There we go. That's the scorers for the Premier Division, and of course, then you've got the league as well. All the stuff there as well. Let's see, coming to you live and exclusive here, aren't we? You know, it's good, isn't it?
Yeah, that is.
Mason
Taylor, goal.
Oh,
and
we've got Taylor. Go on then, bring him on.
Get it up. Yes, there we go. Oh,
we've had a late goal here. It's Redbridge 3, Grays 2. The Motormen, maybe down to 10 men, but they're on the road to victory again. A lot of screaming and shouting going on here. Yeah, 87th minute goal. I'll stick with Solomon because I can't pronounce his second name and I'm not going to attempt to butcher it. So we'll stick with Solomon. On the counter, poked it past the goalkeeper. Yes, it was the 87th minute, but I've just seen the fourth official. We've got 10 minutes of stoppage time here.
My.
Because after the Sam Bantic penalty and the red card, it took us 7 minutes just to kick off again. So the drama's far from over here, that's for sure.
Wow. We have to keep going for the next 10 minutes then, haven't we? Really?
Yeah, we've got to go for another 10 minutes at least. Yep, sorry, guys.
What a video.
I'll keep updated, but yeah, there's more action in this. Fact, actually, can I turn the camera around?
Go for it.
Well, he's gone.
Well, it's all happening, isn't it? Is he
No,
back?
he's back. He's back. He's back.
Just a bit more.
I was trying to turn it round, but the Redbridge had a free kick, but they didn't score from it. So still 3-2.
I thought you were going to
okay.
show me something incident or some handbags happening.
No, I can't. Hang on, I'm gone again. Oh no, hang on. Here we go.
Here we go.
there we
Look at
go.
that.
Oh,
As
Yeah,
you
it's
can
just
see,
some
from
live
Redbridge.
action, getting stuck in.
There
Oh.
we go.
Right, they're on the attack here. We'll just. Oh no, going away.
Oh,
Hang on.
oh.
Find the goalkeeper. 40!
Oh my God!
Oh!
We got a live goal!
There we go.
Unbelievable scenes! I can't
Oh,
zoom
wow.
in, but in the distance, somewhere.
Somewhere.
Oh my God! They were 2-0 up. It was
Wow.
pulled back to 2-2. They go down to 10 men, and they've scored 2 late on. That is probably the game. Redbridge 4, Grays 2. Crikey, I need to sit down after this. Bloody hell.
Oh,
You need to sit down.
Unbelievable.
What a game.
I think.
Wow.
There we go. Don't
Thanks, Taylor.
look like I don't bring any live action. There you go.
Yeah, we'll see you in about 10 minutes, shall we?
Yeah, it's only another 10 minutes this year. It could be 4-4. Could be a double Desmond.
5-5, you never know.
See you at full time.
See you with your handbags. See you later. Bye-bye.
Live goal. That's brilliant. That is.
Yes. Okay. So that was an interesting game there. 4-2 there to Redbridge, and we go on to the Thurlow North Division. So someone actually said in the chat earlier and say, "Can you show me the table for the North Division?" Of course, I can show you the North Division. I wonder why that is. I wonder why. I think someone's team is on the top of the table with 4 games in, 4 wins, and 12 points scored. And of course, hope you can see it at the top of the table.
Oh, yeah.
It's Framingham Town, played for, won for, no losses, no draws, 12 points for Framingham Town. There you go. Great results for Framingham Town. Of course, then our favourite friends, FC Peterborough are on 2nd, Holland on 3rd, Galston Reserves on 4th, Dustin Down on 5th, and of course, our other new friend, Kings Park Rangers, in 6th, and of course, they've signed a new player as well. I believe they've signed a new striker today as well, haven't they, guys?
Oh, yes. Definitely. Just thinking who it is now.
It's, do you know? Come on, Dan. Come on, Dan.
It is
Chris, do you know?
John Sands.
That's the one, John Sands, yes. Most prolific striker.
To search it up, but there you go.
Yeah, wow. Oh, yeah, that'd be interesting that we've got John Sands now playing for Kings Park Rangers. Yeah, of course, Charlie there. He knows it. He knows his stuff. That could have been a quiz question, but unfortunately, we're not doing any quiz questions this evening. Unlucky for Dan, you see, as he's celebrating over there. Oh dear, never mind. These things have to happen, don't they? Let's see if we can get any fixtures from the Thurlow North. If his system works for a change, it should do. Here we go. Let's go for. Should we go for the results first or the fixtures?
Let's go for the results as always. Yeah.
Of course we will. Let's have a quick look, shall we? I'm just waiting for Gameday to come back and do some singing and dancing maybe with the drum. That'd be quite interesting. That'd be good with his little handbag and everything else. But oh dear, never mind.
You now know you've got to put a handbag right next to you just in case anything like this happens on the stream.
Don't you say that. Okay, so our friends. Just down the road from myself, Distown 0, Holland 4. Hopefully you can see it now on screen.
Yep.
Excellent. FC Clacton 1, FC Peterborough 3. Our friends at Peterborough, Framingham Town 2, Stanway Pegasus 0. Wow, interesting. Galston Reserves 2, Wivenhoe Town 0, Houseworth Town 0, FC Sudbury Reserves 2, Haverhill Borough, Wroxham 0-0. And Holbridge 3, Leiston under 23s 2, and Kings Park Rangers 0. FC Parsons drove 0. Surprise result there for Kings Park Rangers. Kings Park Rangers. And then, of course, you've got Needham Market Reserves 2, Dusterdale 1. So, gents, what surprised you on Saturday?
Well, I wouldn't say a surprise, but Framlingham Town versus Stanway Pegasus. You know, you gotta love to see it, I'd say. You know, I think, you know, Framlingham, they always are up there. I thought they wouldn't be this season because, you know, I thought the luck would run out. But, you know, I think it's going to be a 2-horse race between FC Peterborough and Framlingham this season if it carries on like this. Yeah, I think it's going to be really well. It's going to be one of the closest ones. And, you know, if luck has it out, Framlingham probably will miss out again. I'm only joking.
You said it now, DJ.
Yeah.
You said it now. Cut on yourself there. Oh dear. How about yourself, Tony? What do you see about the results?
Stop. Update. We've got an update.
All right, come on in. Let's go for it.
4-3.
Well, just when you think you've seen it all, Grays are back in the game. Just kept getting balls into the box. Scorpion kick into the top corner. Ridiculous goal. To be fair, they haven't got a proper goalkeeper in the net. I think we've still got a couple of minutes left. Redbridge 4, Grays 3. Oh, this game is mental. Ridiculous.
You want a beer?
I need to sit down. That's what I need.
I think you need to sit there and chill out. I think, yeah. Just,
it was what 1-0 at half time. It was pretty just sort of average game. This second half, though. Yeah. Next time I see you, I'll be well. Can't be another goal, surely. Hang on, let me.
Nope.
Well, he's back again. Come on, put it back, DJ.
No, it's saying device not connected on here.
Shocking behaviour.
Could end up 4-4 this game.
Well, I'm hoping so because it's going to be good.
Even 5-4, even. Oh, here we go. He's back.
He's back.
Hang on.
Yeah, there we go.
We're back in action. Pingray's getting equaliser.
You never know. It could happen.
They've got the ball. The shot is wide.
Oh,
that might have been the moment. That might have been the moment. I'm not quite sure how long we've got left. I've lost all sense of time in this game, really.
How many is that? Do you know from the crowd?
I think we have, so.
Right. I think this could be full time, but we'll see.
We'll find out. We'll stay with you.
No, we go on.
Oh, we go on. Okay.
Not over yet. Let's carry on. Grays at the ball on the right-hand side. They've been dangerous down that right through this game, to be fair. I think they put 2 men on that right winger. Free kick, Grays. Free kick to Grays Athletic.
Let's stay with us. Do some commentary. Come on.
Yellow card comes out. Lost track of yellow cards in this game as well.
Who would have thought we were? Who would have thought we were putting live football on here right now?
Hey, what's the crowd at Redbridge? What's the?
I don't know the number. Probably just above 100. But I'll tell you what, they've had their money's worth tonight.
So Redbridge.
Is the keeper up as
Grays with a free kick. Everyone but the goalkeeper is up. As the ball is swung in. They've got to win the first header. It's headed away by Redbridge. Grays will get the seconds, though. Into the box, cleared away. That's full time!
Oh, wow.
God.
What a game here. You might not see a better game in this league all season. 7 goals, red cards, handbags, penalties, the lot. Wowzers.
We'll give you 5 minutes, Taylor, and then come back to us. He's gone. It doesn't matter. Oh, it must be exhausted with all that commentary and all those goals he's got. Anyway, so as we were saying, the third off, what actually stood out for you guys in this on the actual results?
I don't know what we're talking about now, to be honest with you.
Well, the North Division, come on, man.
I think Framlingham continuing a good start to the season. That's and FC Peterborough just behind them as well. So yeah, it's an interesting battle already. But it's how many games on a row will Framlingham go before they actually either lose or draw games. So how long they're going to keep that 100% record for? Who knows? And obviously Kings Park Rangers, obviously signed a new striker as well. So they're going to be one to watch still this season. So yeah, it's an interesting one. And I think Dan said the last time. I think if Galston even finish in the playoffs, they can't go up anywhere. Is that right?
They can't go up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the interesting thing for me. Same as what Chris said earlier on, really. It's not my forte, this division, that much, but just looking at it and the type of teams that I will probably have a look out for. I'm interested in finding out how Holland FC do over the next few weeks, because all the chat on here has been about Framlington Town and FC Peterborough. But I'll be interested to find out how Holland do. And yeah, you just mentioned, I mean, with Brentwood Town, we've just launched under 23s team, so you could call it a reserve, but we brand it as an under 23s team. So I'm always interested to find out what happens with other clubs. So we've got Galston here and we've got AFC Sudbury that are both running with reserve teams. So I'll be interested just to see how they do.
Yeah, definitely. Chris, how about yourself?
Yeah, I mean, obviously I know Stanley Pegasus. And again, another close one for me. I know they did quite well last year. I mean, they had high expectations for this season, but they've not had the best starts from what I've seen. They've lost quite a few, at least from what I've seen. So I don't think it's the ideal start for them. They'll be hoping to turn it around. Clacton is a surprising one. Did they get relegated from the Senior League last season? So
yes, they did. Yeah, they got relegated from the Essex Senior League.
Yeah, so maybe it's a bit of a seasonal transition for them. Who knows? Be interested to see how they do. And yeah, Holland FC again, a club not too massively far from me. So yeah, hopefully they have a successful season.
Excellent. So also we've got the fixtures just to go through, and then hopefully we'll get Taylor back to do the Super 6, 12, should we say, Super 6, and we'll go from there. So let's quickly, I think he's back now. He's back.
There we go. Full time. Yeah, full time. Redbridge 4, Grays 3. Probably need another hour to describe that game, so I'll do it as quick as I can.
You go for
Pretty boring. Pretty boring first half, actually, when you compare it to the second half. Just the one goal. Redbridge taking the lead. 2-0, I thought, game over. Redbridge looked in control. Grays didn't like getting back into it. They did. 2 penalties, both scored, and it was after the second one where the game really came to life. Handbags in the goal mouth. The Redbridge goalkeeper is sent off. Outfield player goes in goal. To be fair, he might as well convert to a goalkeeper because he was pretty solid, to be fair. You think Grays are the favourites. Redbridge on the counter, however, 87th minute, 3-2 up, 90 plus, God knows what, probably about 4 or 5. They make it 4-2, as we saw on here. And again, you're thinking, that's game over. But no, Grays did not give up all night. Scorpion kick makes it 4-3. And then, yeah, they just couldn't quite get that equaliser in, but we've had 7 goals, some cracking goals as well, to be fair. Red card, plenty of yellows, handbags, just ridiculous game. Comebacks, well, Grays came back and then threw it away again. So yeah, that's one of the games of the season in probably non-league, to be fair, not just this league. That was incredible.
There you go. Only happens live on non-league social, doesn't it, Taylor?
Yeah, it does, to be fair. We couldn't have picked a much better game to cover on here tonight because that had everything. We even got a goal live on here as well.
Even better, isn't it? So that's what we're here for, isn't it? Right.
Yeah.
So give yourself a couple of minutes and come back to us. We do the Super 6.
Okie dokie. I'll be back in a couple of minutes.
Okay. Right. So Taylor, unbelievable. So now we're going to be doing the Third Out North fixtures for Tuesday night. We've got Distown against Dusserdale. That's going to be a difficult one there for Distown. Heavy Hill Borough versus Long Melford. Leicester under 23s against Framingham Town there. And then on Wednesday night, you've got a game against Holbridge United versus FC Parson Drove. That's in the League Challenge Cup. Of course, the cup game's already happening already. And of course, then Friday night, it's the turn of the reserves. Wroxham Reserves versus Galston Reserves. Friday night football. Interesting there, guys. Anything else what interests you there, guys, in any games?
I think it's just going to be Distown, Dussendale, really. The other ones seem a bit mid-card, I will say, by the looks of it. But yeah.
Yep. Steve, Chris, Tony?
Maybe.
From Framlingham, I think it'll be an interesting one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just saying, I think Long Melford might be interesting. You never know.
You never know.
You never know with that one. Were Long Melford, were they also relegated last year, or was this the league they were in?
They were
relegated.
Oh yeah, again, got memories of Long Melford, so hopefully,
That's okay.
they can have a good year. So I'll be keeping an eye out for their game with Haverhill.
And then Ian was saying about Leicester for the local derby. No loss there. Yes, definitely agree. Of course, the reserves as well. Wroxham against Galston. Norfolk derby on Friday night football. That would be a good one to see. I think Ruben Lane will be playing in that game. Hopefully, we can get Ruben on another video very soon. And then it's time for the Super Six, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Quick drink on that one.
I know this is something that Chris has been particularly looking forward to. So
is he really? Excellent. This is what we like to see.
Oh, yeah. Is it?
Come on. Yeah. Has he gone? Oh,
where's Tony gone?
Device is not connected. Oh, he might be back in a minute. Don't worry. I think we're never mind. So Super Six. This is how it's going to run. We've got 12 games to run. We've got a midweek one. And then, of course, we've got the Saturday for the FA Cup. So, if you get the correct result, you give yourself 3 points. If you get the result, let's say Thetford beat Dereham by 2-1, but that's not the correct result, you'll get a point. If you said Thetford or Dereham, you get 1 point for that one. And Gameday is with us. Here he is. He's coming out of the stadium. Excellent. Hello again. How's your voice?
Again. Oh, just here ready for your the Super Six.
Well, it's your Super Six.
Well, my Super Six is there. I can't remember the games, but
you will in a minute, so don't worry. So, is everyone okay with the rules?
Yep.
Excellent.
Yes.
Chris, are you happy with the rules?
Let's go with the flow.
Excellent. Right. Okay then. So here are the fixtures for midweek. Of course, we've got Brentwood versus St Albans, of course. Why not start with that one? So, who's going to kick us off on this one?
It's got to be one of the Brentwood lads.
It has to be.
Steve, Has to be.
Steve, you go first.
Okay, listen, I'll go first. You know, I want to win this, right? So I want to win this right this week. So I'm going to go Brentwood 1, St Albans 1.
So 1-1, yeah.
1-1.
Good, Chris.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a difficult game. It'll be a bit of an eye opener for the quality that we're going to come up against. So, yeah, I'm going to go on the fence, and I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw as well, I think.
Oh, go for the fence. Okay, so DJ, you go for a Brentwood or St Albans win, or are you going to sit on the fence?
I'm also going to sit on the fence at 1-1.
Blimey. So, game day, what are you going with?
Well, I will be different. Not just for the sake of being different, but I think first home game in a new league under the lights, you know, they're going to be up for it. I'm going to go Brentwood Town 3, St Albans 1.
Oh, that's a good result.
I would take that any day of the week.
So
Happy
we
about it.
also got Broadstock. He's actually gone for the other side, 3-1 to St Albans. I'm actually going to go with Gameday. I think it's going to be 3-2 to Brentwood.
Oh,
Come on, I'm not sitting on the fence.
I'd take that as well.
I'm not sitting on
Get
the
my
fence.
hopes up here.
So the next game is Wroxham versus Downham Town. Of course, a local derby in step 4. Who is going to start us off with this one?
Yeah, I don't mind starting off again.
Okay, Steve.
Yeah, I think Wroxham are going to be too good for them, and I've got that down as Wroxham 2, Downham Town 0.
Okay, Doki. Chris.
Yeah, I think it's going to be home advantage for Wroxham. But they don't really score too many goals, so I'm going to go for a very low-scoring 1-0 to Wroxham. I don't think it's going to be a game of pure quality. I think it'll be one for the purists, I think. So 1-0 Wroxham.
Game day.
I think Wroxham will edge it. I'm going to go 2-1 to Wroxham.
Okay, DJ.
I'm going to say 2-0 Downham.
Ooh.
Who's an edgy boy?
Wow. I'm actually going to say 3-2 to Wroxham. And of course, we've got Tony back. Tony, can I have your results for Brentwood and Wroxham, please?
Yeah, sorry, I don't know what happened there. I just went out, but I've got back now anyway. Yeah, so Brentwood versus St Albans. Look, it's a tough game to call that one, but look, Brentwood being at home rather. I actually fancy Brentwood in this one. I think it could be a take game, so I'm going to go 2-1 Brentwood.
See, we're not sitting on the fences. You see, we're doing it for you. Come on, Brentwood. That's what we're going to go for. Wroxham and Downham.
I like the belief.
Wroxham, Downham. I mean, Downham got that shock result against Bowers at the weekend. But look, the few times I've seen Wroxham play last season against various teams, and especially more recently when they played Brentwood and stopped Brentwood automatically going up on that day and they had to wait till they got the home game. They're a funny side, Wroxham. They're a team that linger towards the bottom end of the table, lower half of the table, but they are on the other side. They're a tough team to beat as well, and it depends how they turn up. And I think if they turn up, I think they'll take Downham Town down, literally. So I'm going to go 2-0 Wroxham.
Well, there we go. He's not sitting on the fence, are we, Tony? And also, Bloodstock, he's actually gone for a Wroxham 2-0 win as well. So, Newmarket Town versus Cambridge City, local derby. I'm going to start with this one, gentlemen. I think it's going to be a 2-1 win for Cambridge City.
Oh.
Sorry, Newmarket fans. Also got Verity. Getting into you, Verity. She's got all the results there. So,
5-1 to Brentwood.
I think it's at 5-1, then Wroxham 2-1. Newmarket, I think it's 2-2. Thetford 1-1. Fakenham 1-1. Distown 2-2. Oh, so not sitting on the fence with Brentwood, guys.
Gosh, 5-1 to Brentwood. My goodness.
5-1 to Brentwood. What do you like?
What a prediction.
It's really 2-2. So let's go over to who wants to go next in the game between Newmarket and Cambridge City.
I'll do it, but I'm just looking at Chris's reaction. It's so brilliant. It is.
It's like, I'm getting excited now.
So I think it's going to be 2-1 to Newmarket.
2-1 to Newmarket. Okay. Chris, let's go with you.
I'm going to go for a Cambridge win. They need to bounce back from the weekend. I'm not sure if George Smith is fit and firing yet, but if he is playing, I think he's a very dangerous striker for the step 4 level. Yeah. Wouldn't have minded if he'd stayed with us at Brentwood this season. So I think it will be a 2-0 win for Cambridge.
Oh, see, There we go, Chris. We're not sitting on the fence. Steve?
Yeah, I've got that down as a 1-1 draw. I think that's going to be a tough. I think that's going to be a tough game, if I'm honest with you. You know, Newmarket always a very difficult place to go to, anyway. But I don't think they're going to be too good for Cambridge. I don't, but I can see both teams battling it out for a 1-1.
Game day, Taylor.
Oh, I'm going to sit on the fence, but I'm going to go 2-2.
Oh, boo. 2-2. Tony?
I mean, look, Newmarket Town, they did well Saturday. They're very physical. Cambridge, they were unlucky to lose to Lowestoft. I mean, Lowestoft have come down from step 3. So, but I think Cambridge could bounce back in this game, and it'll be a tight affair. But I'm going to say 1-0 Cambridge.
Oh, see. Cambridge City. Also got Alex there. Good evening, Alex. Hope you're doing well as well. So he's gone for a Brentwood Town win as well, 3-2. Wroxham 3-0. Newmarket 3. Cambridge City 4, like we just had with Redbridge. Thetford 2-2. Derham. Fakenham 1. Barton 4. Wow. This 2 and Dusseldale 2 as well. So we'll move on to Thetford Town versus Derham Town. Tony, I'm going to start you off with this one.
Well, Thetford need to get back to winning ways after losing to a very good Ipswich Wanderers side. Look, I've been impressed with Thetford so far. I mean, they've done okay. I mean, they were unlucky in the FA Cup last week. They possibly could have took that to penalties. In all honesty, they probably should have, because they should have had an equaliser at least in that game. But yeah, I think they'll be refreshed. Antoine looks a good player, by the way. So I'm going to go Thetford to win this one, and it's not because I sponsor them as well, but I'm going to say Thetford will win this one 2-0.
Okay, so 2-0 to Tony for Thetford Town. Global there has said Thetford 2, Derham 3. Derham are Thetford's bogey team. Could agree with that. So who's going to go next for this one?
I'll go next.
To go.
Oh, okay, Game Day, go for it. Game Day, go for it.
I'm going to say Thetford 1, Derham 2.
Okay, Derham Town. Steve or Chris?
Yeah. First of all, I want to say I'm loving the Brentwood tonight, right, with the results. I've got to say this. Honestly, it's it's put a smile on my face, if I'm honest with you. Yeah, it's great. Thank you for that.
I'm glad that's happened.
And Thetford and Derham, I think Thetford are going to beat them 2-1.
Okay. Chris?
Yeah, I'm going to go for home advantage, and I'm going to go 3-0 Thetford.
3-0 Thetford. Okay, DJ?
I'm going to go 3-0 Derham.
Oof.
Wow. Wow. So I think I'm going to go on the fence. No, am I going on the fence? No, I think it's going to be Thetford 1, Derham Town 2.
Oh.
See what? You never know. I think it might be a last-minute goal as well, I feel, in this
Big
game.
Grant Holt.
I think it's going to be Grant Holt who's going to score in the last dire moments of that game. So watch out. Watch his space. So for the 5th game, Fakenham Town versus Bolton Wanderers. What a tie that's going to be, guys. Let's start with Game Day. In this,
well, Fakenham seem to be scoring for fun at the minute. So I'm going to go Fakenham 4, Barton 1.
Wow. 4-1. My God.
4-1. Fakenham love a goal.
Definitely not sitting on the fence tonight. Global has said 3-1 to Fakenham. So far, Fakenham are taking the sports. Tony, do you want to go next?
Oh, this is a game and a half. This is, isn't it? I mean, Fakenham and Barton, I mean, 2 very good teams. God, it's a hard one to call, isn't it? But look, first versus third. Do you know what? I think this game could be closer than it is, although Fakenham are scoring for fun.
Yep.
So this result's going to wow a lot of people. But you know what I'm going to say? 4-3 Fakenham. 4-3 Fakenham.
Oh, 4-3 to Fakenham. Okay. I'm going to go for this one. I think Fakenham are going to score 3. And I think Marbarton are going to score 3 as well. So 3-all.
Damn.
Oh, no, thanks. So DJ, do I go next?
I'm going to be a bit wild on this guess, and I'm going to say 5-1
Sorry.
Fakenham.
5-1?
Yeah, 5-1
Wow.
Fakenham. If Fakenham are scoring for fun, I think they'll do it 5-1.
Okay, and Ian has gone with Brentwood nil, St Albans 2. Boo hiss. Wroxham 1 down to 0. Newmarket 2-1 against Cambridge. Thetford 2-1 against Deerham. Fakenham, Mulbarton 1-1. Dis 2, Dusserdale 0. 5-1 says DJ. Chris?
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know too much about these two teams other than that Mulbarton have regularly been up, pushing for promotion in the last couple of years. But obviously, as you say, Fakenham was scoring lots of goals. So, to be honest, before you said 3-3, I was also going to go 3-3. So, I'm going for a high-scoring draw.
So 3-3?
Yep.
Okay, Steve?
Yeah, I think Fakenham are up there to be shot down. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game, and I'm going to go Fakenham 2, Mulbarton 3.
Oh, okay. So 2-3 to Mulbarton for Steve. Simon Tuck has actually said all away wins. St Albans, Downham Town, Cambridge City, Deerham Town, Mulbarton, and Dussendale. I'd like to know your scores, please, Simon. That'd be good. Thanks very much for joining us on that. And for the last one for midweek, it's Dis Town versus Dussendale. Who's going to kick us off?
I'll kick it off.
Kick us off.
Oh,
Go on, DJ.
yeah. Okay, so I'm going to go Dis Town 2, Dussendale 0.
Oh, 2-0 to Dis Town for DJ. Gameday, do you want to go next?
Yes. I like Dusty. I think they're going to nick it 1-0. This now, Dusty 1.
Oh. Okie dokie. 0-1. Tony?
Yeah, I mean, this town second bottom, Dussendale 5th. You've got to say, I mean, anybody can beat anybody in these leagues, and we know that can happen. I'm going to say a tight affair, and I'll go 2-1 Dussendale.
Okay, no worries. Global has actually said Dis 2, Dussendale 1. That's for Global there. Chris and Steve?
Yeah, go first. I'm going to match exactly what Tony said, to be honest with you. Dis Town 1, Dussendale 2.
Okie dokie. Chris?
I'll go home advantage and I'll go 2-0 Dis.
Okay. And I'm also going for a Dis 0, Dussendale 3. Whoa. So definitely I'm not sitting on that fence this time, gentlemen. So let's go over to the Saturday games. Okay. So FA Cup special. Thanks for Taylor. We've got Galston and Walsham the Willows. Lowestoft against St Neots. Mildenhall versus Wroxham. March Town versus Ipswich Wanderers. Whittam Town. Is it Twang Athletic? Right.
Train, I think, yeah.
Harlow Town versus Woodford Town. Sorry if I got that pronunciation completely wrong. So, who's going to kick us off for the Super 6 Saturday edition?
I'm going to say 1-0 Walsham.
Okay. Walsham, 1-0. Okay. Chris?
I think Galston are going to be dark horses in the north this season. So I know this is obviously a cup game, but I think Galston will be too good. So I'm going to go 2-0 Galston.
2-0 Galston, Steve?
Yeah, I've seen the same Galston teams that Chris has, and I'm going to go 3-0 Galston.
I think has Gameday left us for a second? I think he's gone, hasn't he? Tony, what are we going with?
I can't see past a Galston win, to be honest with you, against Walsham. So 3-1 Galston.
3-1 to Galston. I'm actually going to go for I'm actually going to go for a 4-1 win to Galston. Don't sit on the fence. Come on, we're not going to sit on the fence this time around. We'll wait for game days to come back in a second. Go with Lowestoft versus St. Neots. Let's go with DJ for this one.
Let's see. I'm going to say, because I've seen St. Neots play with Yarmouth. We won't talk much about that, but I'm going to say, I'm going to say 3-0 to St. Neots.
That's the Neots, yeah. Perfect. Tony?
Yeah, I think Lowestoft will have too much for St. Neots, and I think 4-0.
To Lowestoft, yeah?
Yeah, Lowestoft, yeah.
Okie dokie. Chris?
I'm thinking of going towards St. Neots. I think Lowestoft are going to have their different priorities after going down. So I reckon they're going to want to be focusing on getting straight back up again. So I think it'll be a 2-0 win for St. Neots.
Okie dokie. Steve?
I think the opposite. I think the Lowestoft need to get that little bit of a feel-good factor and a bit of a confidence within the club. So I think they look at this as an ideal opportunity. I think it's going to be Lowestoft Town 3, St. Neots Town 1.
Okay. I'm actually going to go for a St. Neots win. I think it's going to be 3-1 to them on the day. So I think has Tony gone?
No, I'm still here.
They're still here. Okay, no worries. Mildenhall versus Wroxham. Tony, do you want to kick that off?
Yeah. I'm going to be biased here because I obviously play for Mildenhall Town Walking Football Club. So, so it's my team really. And they're only 10 minutes down the road from me. So yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, I'm going to go Mildenhall to get past Wroxham. I think it will be a very tight affair, and I'm going to say 3-2 Mildenhall.
Okay. I'm actually going to do the opposite. I'm going to say 3-2 to Wroxham. DJ?
I'm going to say 1-1. I'm going to sit on the fence.
Oh, sitting on the
there's
fence.
Always one.
There's always one. Oh, dear. Chris?
I'm going for home advantage again. I saw Mildenhall play last season, and at home, I think they're a different beast than they are when they're playing away.
Yeah.
Wroxham, whenever I've seen them play away, they're just simply not the same away from home. So I'm going to go for a 2-1 win for Mildenhall.
2-1 win. Okay, Steve?
Going to both of them. If he's still there.
Yeah, for me, that bit of a sloping pitch at Mildenhall, I think is going to be too good. So Mildenhall 3, Wroxham 1.
Okie dokie. So we've got 3 more left. Marchtown versus Ipswich Wanderers. Who's going to kick us off for Marchtown versus Ipswich Wanderers?
Yeah, I'll go first. Wow. There's a couple of, some of these games are bloody tight, some of these. They are very good. I'll keep looking at Harlow, Woodford Town, and wow. But anyway, on to the one we're on at the moment. Marchtown, Ipswich Wanderers. Honestly, I think that this is going to be good enough to get 180 minutes worth of football in. So I'm going for a draw, and I'm going to go for a Desmond.
Okay. No worries. Chris?
I'm going to go towards Ipswich. I think Ipswich will be too good. So I reckon it'll be 2-0 Ipswich.
2-0 Ipswich. Chris? DJ?
I think it's going to be 3-1 Ipswich.
3-1 Ipswich. Tony?
Yeah, look, Ipswich Wanderers good side as well as March. They took some apart 4-1, but it's a tough one. I know. 3-2 Ipswich.
3-2 Ipswich. Okay. I'm actually going to go for a 4-1 to Ipswich. Don't push the boat out, do I? So Witham Town. Who's going to kick us off with Whittam Town's game?
I will
Oh, go on.
Well, go on, then, DJ. Go for it.
say 3-0 to Tring Athletic. Yeah,
Okay.
and I think James Beardwell will not be happy with me when I say that.
He probably won't be very happy with you. Well,
Tony's
well,
laughing.
so you can talk to him.
Tony's just laughing uncontrollably for some reason.
I wonder why.
But can I ask a question, Dan? But actually, it's a question where you don't need to answer it. All right, it's just a question, like a silent
Go on.
question. Did you go with your head or did you go with your heart on that particular prediction? Anyway, move on.
I'm just going to say I'm going with my head on this one for some reason.
So, Steve, do you want to go with this one? Steve?
Yeah, sorry. Okay, yeah, Whittam 3, Tring Athletic 1.
Okay, Chris?
Oh, 4-0 Tring.
Okay.
I'm not Whittam aren't my favourite of the clubs, so certainly Whittam fans.
Right, let's go with Whittam Town winning 3-0. Tony?
It's a difficult one, isn't it? I mean, Whittam have got off to a good start, haven't they? I'm going to say 2-2.
2-2.
Oh.
Okay. Sitting on the fence. Gameday. Sorry, we missed quite a lot. We missed.
I'm on the underground.
Okay.
Right,
Dear.
where are we up to?
Well, you want to do your scores from Galston, Lowestoft, all of them. Just go for it.
Right.
So Galston,
So Galston, I want Galston to lose, don't we? I'll go Galston 0, Waltham and the Willows 2.
okay, fine. Lowestoft can see it. It's
Lowestoft 1, Sydney it's 2.
so what was for Lowestoft?
Lowestoft 1, St Neots 2.
Cool. Milton Hall.
Oh, Roxham. I'm
Yeah,
going to say 2-2 and goes to a replay.
Oh, sitting on the fence. March against
Sit on that bench.
You sit that
Ipswich. I'll go 2-1 Ipswich Wanderers.
Okay, 2-1 to Ipswich Wanderers. Whittam Town. Don't worry. If you want to watch a replay, this is what we're laughing for. So does Whittam Town go for it?
Well, I think Whittam win that. I'll say 2-0 Whittam.
2-0. And then if you want to do the last one, Harlow Town versus Woodford Town.
Harlow versus Woodford. I want to say Harlow Town 3, Woodford 2.
Excellent. So who's going to go for the next one for Harlow?
I'll shut my mouth.
Yeah, you should. Okay, go for it.
I'm going to say, yeah, I think Harlow will win that one. I'm going to say it's going to be 4-2 to Harlow.
Ooh, okay. Tony. Yeah, Harlow Town, again, another great club. Some fantastic people there. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go straight down the line. Yeah, so I'm gonna see Harlow Town win this one 4-0.
4-0. Okay.
Wow.
Excellent. Steve.
You know what? For Woodford Town, this is a fairly local one, just the junction up the M11. I think that this is going to be quite a big day for Woodford Town to be able to go there and go to obviously a bigger club. I think Woodford Town are going to beat them. I think Harlow 2, Woodford Town 3. I think it's going to be a great game, that one.
Oh, 5-goal thriller there. Chris?
Yeah, I'm going with my heart here. I grew up in Woodford, so I'm going to go for a 2-1 Woodford win.
Okay. And I'm going to go for a Harlow 3, Woodford 2. So, gentlemen, that is it.
Yes.
For the Super 6.
Yeah.
Is everyone knackered after that?
I think a bit after that Whittam one, I will say.
Yes, you should be after that one. You should be very, very interested in that. Game day, watch the replay. You'll see what has happened. Game day, where are you going? Are you going to any games on Tuesday? He's probably frozen now. He's frozen. Excellent. DJ, are you going to any games on Tuesday, Wednesday?
No, sadly. Maybe Wednesday, now looking at it, but I don't know.
Of course, Chris and Steve, you're going to be at Brentwood, of course, on Tuesday, tomorrow night. Big game.
Yeah, big game. Yeah, big game. So we'll be there, home to St Albans, and then on Saturday away to Potter's Bar. I'm not sure whether I'm making it on Saturday, but
okay. And then Tony, where are we off to?
Yeah, so tomorrow night it's back to Ram Meadow, Berry Town versus Royston, which will be a good game. That first home game since our promotion. So so first home game in the Southern League Central Premier. So it should be a good game that tomorrow night. And Saturday I'm off to a game with a bit of difference. So I'm going out of the area and I'm going further afield into Leicestershire. So going to watch Corn FC take on Stratford Town.
Okay, that'll be a decent game for you as well for both games. And hopefully I'm going to be at Thetford Town versus Dereham Town tomorrow night. Maybe another midweek show as well. And of course, Saturday, I haven't decided. So get your thinking caps on for us. Get on that comment for me. That'd be great. So from Dan to Chris to Steve to Tony, thank you very much for joining us. Thanks everyone in the chat. If you want to get involved for tomorrow night, 12 o'clock for midweek, Super 6, and then Saturday, 12 o'clock again for Super 6 for that one. For everyone now, have a nice evening. We'll see you all later. We'll see you next week with some more content. So we'll see you very soon. Good evening, everyone. Bye-bye.